Look at this, French Polynesia, literally in the middle of nowhere. It's pretty much a place where you can actually go to die, because it's like the beautiful place you're gonna see. But look how spread around they are, so it's gonna be very difficult, I would say, to govern. So we're gonna look exactly how those people live. That'll be the main event of the video, but first we're gonna look at the population numbers, economics, and all that good stuff, and then we're gonna go to see how those people live. Now, French Polynesia, or Polynesia, whatever you want to call it, 282,000 people, and it looks like this on the declining growing rate, and even the overall population feels like they hit, let's say, some upper floor. Now, 1955, only 73,000 of those people living there, with a growing rate around 2.8%. That'll be roughly like less than 2,000 people. Migration 90, so not that much. Median age around 17 years old. Fertility rate, one of those nonsense, 6 I have to call it when I see it. 35% of the population living in an urban area. Fast forward to 2025, 282,000 people population, and with a growing rate of 0.23%, so huge decrease. That will translate roughly in 658 people per year, very exact, I would say. Migration minus 1,200, so you can see a type here from the entire history, almost, at least from the 80s, mid 80s, the population was declining in the migration areas. So yeah, you're gonna see something interesting there. But median age right now 36 years old, and fertility rate much more manageable, 1.5. And they got below replacement in 2015, around that year. So yeah, you can see. So urban population around 66%, which is also a huge increase, I would say. Now, in the future, you're gonna see the population start actually going down. They're gonna peak around 2040, around 290,000 people, but in 2050 it's gonna be around 285,000 people, minus 0.24%. But you can see they're gonna go down fast, I believe, by the end of the century. Yearly change is going to be around minus 676, so not that much. Migration always kind of stabilizing some numbers, like minus 384, not that many, but again, this is kind of speculate. Median age around 48 years old, fertility rate stabilized at 1.5, and urban population around 80%, so good numbers. Well, being the paradise, I would say you have to expect a high life expectancy, and you're gonna see both sexes around 85 years old, one of the highest that I ever gonna see. Females 87 years old and males 82 years. So yeah, pretty high numbers, I would say. Infant mortality rate 5, and death under age of 5.8. Good numbers. They could be improved, but still very good. So clearly it's a French territory, overseas territory, so they export more of the medical system here, so I can see that. Now, like I said, it's just a lot of small islands in this part of the world that French governs. As you can see, look at this, such a tiny island. It's gonna be like a nightmare to govern, I would say, but it looks pretty nice. So look at these islands of French Polynesia. You can see they have it pretty much divided in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 main areas, I would say, and then they got all those small islands in them, but still probably like a nightmare to manage, efficient at least. So luckily there are not that many people, so yeah, look at this, they're pretty much chaos, but still pretty decent though. So you can see demographic don't have a pyramid, it's kind of a very small population, but still. Economy wise, well, GDP around 5.5 billion in 2015, so clearly now they're gonna improve that. 100% growing rate in 2015. Those are kind of old data, but I have to say it. 2%. GDP per capita 17,000. That's in 2015. I think now we're gonna have some more data immediately. Agriculture 2.5, industry 13%. This is from 2009. Wow. And services 85%. So yeah, that 85%, they're gonna serve them well. I would say inflation 0%. I highly doubt that. And unemployment 2012 21%, 22%, kind of hard to believe that, but yeah. I have some different data here. Look at this from 2020, 2023. Still very high, I would say, like around 12% unemployment rate, but you kind of see a normal here, always gonna stay above 10%. So yeah, I don't think they worry that much about it. So maybe it's the new normal there, I don't know. Corruption, we don't have a number exactly, but I assume someone, judging by this table, around 50 and 59, so less corrupt, but still pretty corrupt, I would say. But I would say not that much difference than the mainland France. So yeah. Well, history, obviously not big surprise there. It's French territory, so we can see a lot of French influence. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna go too much in detail. Now here, look at this. We're gonna look at the population, how they live. One thing I wanna say, look at this GDP, more accurate numbers, 2022. 4.5% for such a small economy. It's not that much because it's 5.8 billion US dollars, but per capita it's around 21,000 US dollars nominal, I believe. So pretty much the same in my country. So I'm gonna be actually interesting to see how those people actually live with the same amount of money per capita, obviously, how they actually live compared with people in my country. So let's start. Well, where we should start now. We should have a lot of islands. I believe this is gonna be the main one. Looks pretty nice. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, one of those islands, or more of them, in the Olympic Games, from Summer Olympics, I think, I don't even remember what it was. I mean, like when it was in France last year or 2 years ago, I don't remember exactly. They keep a competition here, surfing one, from my understanding. So I was actually pretty interesting. France. You can surf in France pretty much, yeah. So yeah, they sustain that competition there. Good for them, I would say. Yeah. Now let's see exactly how those play. Hopefully, we're gonna see some 360s or some street views. Now, I believe even a lot of those islands, they are not gonna be inhabited by the population, but still, we're gonna look at them. We can see a bit mountains, I would say. So pretty interesting. How much is the elevation here? I think we have some numbers. Around 500 meters, so not something insanely high, but still pretty high, I would say. Let's go with this one. Clearly we have some 360s here. This one probably from the boat. Look how mountains they have, those islands. It really looks like Hawaii, I would say. Boo, that's not exactly from there, but it looks pretty nice. The roads kind of end exactly here. So yeah, that's something. Let's go from the north part. Look at this. Clearly a very mountain island. That's a nice beach here. Unfortunately, we cannot see it because we don't have that many 360s there, but we have luckily a few, and we have some people that are living in that bay area right there. You can see that huge boat. How many French cars we're gonna see here? Pretty interesting, I'll say. Now we have like a Ford and a Toyota. Roads pretty good. They're one of those concrete ones, and have like whatever this is, electric power, I think. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna just go there with some, I don't know, cable machine, whatever. So yeah, but still looks pretty nice. Like I say, it looks a bit really like Hawaii to me. Just nice mountains, nice areas. I'm not sure yet if they have some native population or just there's uninhabited islands, but it looks pretty in the middle of the nowhere, in the middle of the ocean, on the South Pacific Ocean, but probably they have some small population, some native one, I would say. Now let's check those ones in a town, in a city, whatever you want to call it. Pretty interesting. Even that far away, you're gonna see some French architecture. Let's see, let's hope. I don't think I'm gonna see that much, but still, clearly some Catholic church. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. I wish we're gonna have more of those 360 to actually see any more detail. Now, being in such a remote island, I don't expect to see look at this. So Dacia cars. Dacia cars in the middle of the ocean. I don't expect to see street views here, clearly. Probably all of those tourists that are walking here are from this ship. But at least some more of those 360, I kind of expect to see that. This is from what year? 2018, so right before the pandemic hits. So probably one of those last people that actually see this part of the world before pandemic. Right now, probably they got back to normal. This is 2024, again after pandemic. I don't know, this dog here doesn't do something to be proud of. Yeah, the island looks pretty good, I have to say. Just nothing to complain so far. Even from the above, you don't have that many 360s. It doesn't look so bad. A lot of white cars, a lot of Toyota Hilux. I don't know, maybe they got them a special price here. But we see a lot of them. Probably they are big fans of Toyota. Who knows? Well, like I say, maybe they make them a very good price, a very good offer, and they have to buy it. The same one, come on. I want to check something else. No, they just pretty much give you the same one. Yeah, not that many on this island, so I can actually see, but still pretty good. Oh, we have another community back there. Oh, this is from above. That's much better. Look at this. 2022, right in the pandemic year, April 2022. So actually the pandemic was kind of over because the war in Ukraine. If you don't know, just let me tell you right now, when the war started, pretty much the same day pandemic ended. Not one news I heard about the pandemic after the war started. So yeah, we have another small community here. Let's check this one. Maybe this one actually more from the people that actually live there. And see some differences. No, I don't. But again, this is like a very remote island. Probably all of those people, like at least 50% of them are French, I assume, obviously. I think we have another 360 around this one. Yeah, this one. So yeah, very remote island in the middle of nowhere. We don't even know they exist, but luckily with Google Earth and some 360s and hopefully some street views, we're gonna have a much better idea how those people actually live. So yeah, so far so good. Even like I said, with such a remote islands, it's interesting to see they are actually people living there. Yeah, they are. Okay, moving forward. Again, look at these islands. Pretty high elevation. Look at this. They have communities here. Now, even the road from above looks pretty decent. Here in the Bay Area, wherever they on the beach. Clearly they need to have some airstrip somewhere to receive. Probably that one was at some point, I'm not sure. But even on those islands they have to have some airstrip to receive goods. I don't believe that every single one of them is gonna bring by the sea, but it could be, who knows. Yeah, pretty interesting here. Let's move on. Like I said, it's a lot of island, a lot of things you can see here, so I'm gonna go as fast as I can to those, otherwise this video is gonna be like 2 hours long or something like that. Yeah, nice church here, nice urban code, whatever you want to call it. It looks pretty interesting, pretty good, very small actually. Look at this, how small it is. It's just small communities here. Now, would you be able to live here? That's a interesting question. It looks like paradise, I give you that, but still, it's just a small one. Would be able to live like that there? It looks nice, but let's face it, it's not gonna be an easy life here. Even if you have all the comfort, you're a bit way too much isolated, I would say. But still, crazy thought here. Take those who wants, the old people from the friends who wants to retire in the nice places, just give them here some land. They're gonna sell whatever they have in France, gonna worth probably much more than gonna make. They can actually can buy here and build it. So they're gonna live in paradise from the last few years of their lives. Maybe it's gonna work out for someone. I'm not sure. Not from all of them, obviously, but still pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, it's a crazy thought. Let's just say it right there. From those who wants to go there, obviously, clearly they have some native population, I would say. Wow, that's a kind of big boat here. That's a nice one. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, I have to say. Again, similar to my country in the GDP area. It doesn't look so far. But again, these are remote islands. We didn't go to the main ones. We're gonna look at that immediately. Probably that one is gonna look much better. But New Caledonia, as we check, they did very well. God, they did very well there. So that's it in this part of the world. There's some small islands, very small communities. I mean, look at the distance between them. I mean, how much, even with that ship, that cruising ship, assuming, I don't believe it, but assuming they start the trip, the voyage in France, how many weeks they stay on the sea to actually reach those islands? So that's kind of crazy thought there, but hey, probably it's worth it in the end. They enjoy the journey, not exactly the destination, but even the destination looks pretty good to me. Now those ones are some extremely remote islands. Clearly nobody lives here. Maybe some military base at some point they're gonna develop. It's kind of a strategic position for France, at least. Now you realize how powerful actually France it is, because here in Europe they're gonna try, yeah, it's in the west, it's not small country or anything like that, but it was kind of in a shadow of Germany and UK, especially here in the European Union, but clearly very, very strong. I mean, nobody under diminish the power of France. But now when you see those, how far they reach beyond their continental country, territory, state, it kind of give you some different perspective how powerful used to be in the past. And even today, still, like I say, it's not a weak country. It's give you a nice insight, I would say, that you didn't even think they were actually that powerful. Look at this. They're living on this ring, those people. It's kind of crazy. And it looks like, again, like nothing here. It's paradise at some point, but not that much paradise. I mean, look at this. I get it. We have an airstrip. Probably, definitely, we can use this for a military. It's a very well shaped. They have some housing here, not so jammed together, I would say. But look at this. On the other part, it's water. On the other side, is still water. I mean, it's like I say, as nice as they might look, at some point you're gonna get sick of those landscapes. So probably that's why you're gonna see a lot of people that we saw in the data that actually leaving the country and moving forward to some other areas. But from above, at least, and even with those small 360 that we have, it seems to look pretty decent. It's just, I kind of get it why a lot of people just want to leave. Oh, look at this, we have some street views here. Probably not so well in quality, but hopefully we're gonna have some. No, actually it's pretty good. 2019, yeah, clearly no roads here. Probably a lot of those areas is gonna be like some sort of a national park, I assuming. So maybe just for the research, not exactly for a residential area for people living there, but here it clearly is not the case. You can see some people actually living in this area, but it's extremely remote. I mean, like, look at this. They have even some roads here. Huh. Who would thought? You can actually look at the wind here, how strong it is. This is from 2019 May. So even, I mean, yeah, when pandemic hit, I don't think they even noticed. I mean, they're so remote here. Look at this. You can see one. You can stay on a part of the island and see the other side of the island. So clearly not a huge island, but still pretty interesting. I mean, like, if I would design a prison, a more humane one, I would put it like on those islands. Seriously, you just have the land, you just send them there, and that's it. You're pretty good, and probably they were never gonna want to leave here. Obviously, for a while, they're gonna go back, but still, at least they live in a decent life, I would say. So yeah, more humane one. That would be, those islands gonna be like a great one for prisons. And who knows, in the future might actually end up well. We have like Australia example. Yeah, so pretty interesting place to live, I would say. Pretty bold, actually. I mean, they have a hurricane here. I just like probably everything just disappear under the water. Very strong winds. So clearly you're gonna have one of those. I don't know exactly how they call it in English. One of those devices. We call it Aeolian device that just produce power. The wind turbine. Fuck it. Now I think they call it a wind turbine. So you can actually produce power. So if you have one of those things here, just like free energy for everybody. That's it. Done. Now, usually France goes nuts for safety. I don't find anything safe about this bridge right here. I mean, look at this, just you can go on the other side immediately. That's insane. It doesn't want to let me go above and beyond, for God's sake. But look at this, nothing. I mean, just you can't just make a picture here. Go drunk home, driving drunk on this island. Hey, this is pretty much Tahiti. Look at this, and you just end up with a car in the ocean. Now I know in Europe driving drunk is not exactly a prize, but here I assume like probably the rules are a bit more loose and more relaxed, and you might actually end up with a car in the ocean. Yeah, those fences, not a big fan, but also not the worst I see. Housing on my taste, single level, very nice. They collect the rainwater, so yeah, I assume again we have to invent one of those small devices that actually can take water from the sea and make it very drinkable, very cheap, extremely cheap. So that's gonna solve a lot of problems. You solve the water problem, you solve the electricity, the power problem. You have some nice, great TV signal and internet connection, and make a device to recycle the sewage water. So you are pretty much settled for a great life. That's the base of the great life, I would say. Yeah, and also obviously some decent supply line for food. Obviously you cannot grow that much food here, at least not that much diverse. Yeah, so far I mean, look at this, how they live in those communities. Not so bad, not so bad. Let me check those one real quick. That's nice, more small fences. Those fences I'm gonna give them a free pass. It looks okay. This one, no fucking way. Yeah, it's gonna look better without them, but here being such a small ones with wide opening, it's pretty good. I mean, yeah, it looks, they have some character to the zone, to the landscape. I give you that. They add something. I will allow it, let's call it like that. So yeah, here obviously something on the sea, probably on that small island. A lot of kids are gonna go, let's race with that small island. It looks like nice here in paradise. You're gonna say, let's swim to that island and stay there, and we're gonna be like in the middle of nowhere. So probably when you have like a breakdown or something, which is kind of hard to have it here, probably just go there and just relax. It looks pretty good, I have to say. Now I'm amazed that we have, oh look, it's a Dacia. A Dacia. A Dacia in the middle of the ocean. Yeah, very proud of that, I have to say. That's a Ford probably. Pretty good, pretty good. I can't complain. I can't complain about anything here so far. Clean, very nice. Again, another Renault Clio. French loves those, a lot of French cars, so clearly very patriotic, let's call it like that. But they are decent cars, so it's not something that it's a nonsense. Yeah, roads, I guess, for this island, I mean, just, yeah, pretty fine. Just nothing to complain there either. Have even some speed bumps. Wow, that's a nice house, actually. Look at this. It seems to do well. How much it was? Like 21,000 US GDP nominal. Pretty good, yeah. Nice ring of the island. We have even here on the other side. The other side, it looks a bit like more for exploration and stuff like that. So not exactly a huge develop. The good news is, like we saw, that like, the population is actually going to start going down. So they kind of stabilize it at a nice number. And maybe if they grow economy somehow, not just with tourists. But yeah, it's kind of the paradise. They're going to do even better in the future. So far, yeah, it's just you can make movies here. Probably they do, because the French movie industry, it's very well developed from the European one, from the European level, let's call it like that. So yeah, probably they did some movies here. A lot of coconuts here, so they have coconut trees. Looks pretty nice. Yeah, everything is nice here. I don't see garbage. So far I don't see it. So clearly they maintain those beaches very well. And keep in mind, this is in the middle of nowhere. And usually in any documentary that you see, it's gonna see island in the middle of nowhere full of garbage, but clearly it's not the case. I don't see it, how they present it in the documentaries. Those like nice pools here, nice shallow pools, clean water, no garbage, no nasty things like that. So yeah, but you're living on the ring pretty much, so you have to adapt to that, I guess. Look how many they are. I mean, just say pick one. Which one? They all look the same, and probably the life is gonna be very similar. Now I hope whoever make those 360, they actually pinpoint them very well. That's such a nice small island. Look at this, looks like paradise. That's a rock maybe. I don't think it's like one of those marine wildlife. Look how clean it is. Not one piece of garbage, not one. You know what, good for them. I'm not sure exactly, like obviously in those islands I don't think it's gonna be one person, so maybe more person actually go there and clean them. Are insane with how many they are. Clearly the water, it's actually clean, and the beach also. Yeah, one of those pink sands. I saw something similar to that when I was in Greece. On the beach they have one of those. A lot of strong wind. I will put like a chair right there, make some fireplace and drink some rum with coconut, and just call it a day. Look at this. This is where exactly when you want to die, like that. You don't want to go back. I mean, look at this, those images. And remember when I make those videos in the ex-communist countries? Yeah. Which one you want to live? Which one you want to die right now? Yeah. Just say it. Clearly, for me, it's gonna be this one. Look at this, those two birds right there. Clearly, they have to burn the garbage, I guess. Clearly, where you want to go with them. So yeah. Oh, look at this, another device that we have to invent it. What you're gonna do with on not such a huge garbage? Obviously, you can make them, let's say, less garbage by packaging whatever they buy much better. But we need to invent also like a small burning device or whatever, melting device for those small islands, small communities, small countries, so they can actually use it. Clearly this is going to be like a resort. Look how many bows there are here. Those like some extremely shallow islands. I'm not even can't call it islands, they not even go to the surface. Yeah, I like it. I like it, especially that picture right there with those we saw. I should make a print screen right there. It just look amazing. Maybe you can go back at some point. Nice palm trees, nice coconut. I don't know exactly what happened here, but I don't believe it's gonna stay much like that. So clearly they demolished something. Maybe it was a hurricane or something. I'm not sure. Typhoon, whatever there is here. But look at these trees. I mean, that's a nice forest, palm trees, coconut trees, whatever. I have no idea why they're using those devices here, but clearly just one. Maybe, I don't know. It's a nice place. It's a nice place to go. Definitely a nice place. Yep. I'm not sure exactly how much it's gonna cost a vacation here, but probably it's not gonna be cheap. I wish it's gonna be cheaper to actually can afford to go there, but again, probably the housing and staying there is not gonna be that much expensive, but the distance you have to cover to reach the other side of the planet, that's gonna be expensive. That looks like coral to me, and probably that's why we have that pink beach. Look at the color, the color of the color, it's a bit on the pink side, so that's probably why we have that beach. Clearly you don't want to walk barefoot on this one unless you are very well trained. I'm not sure exactly how this guy ended up here, but look at it, it's a car on this island. What the fuck? Somebody, clearly it's a road, so yeah, oh fuck, I didn't see that. So they're gonna have some cars here. Yeah, on the one side of the island, on the east side, you're gonna have cars. On the west side, no fucking way. Clearly you're not gonna have anything. It's not even a land there. at least not that much land. Let's check this one. So on the east side you can have cars. Yeah, somebody just arrived there. On this side you can have, so clearly, oh look at this, much more bigger communities here. Actually they have a pretty good life here. Oh look, we have some 360s even. Let's check. Oh, this video is gonna take like 2 hours. It's so much we can see here. Yeah, the road's pretty good. That's a bit of garbage there. I don't like it, but I don't try to find excuses for them, but hopefully somebody's gonna pick that up. Yeah, road's pretty good. Housing so far, let me check those. Probably the one behind is actually a house. This one not so well, I have to say, but maybe they use it for something else. I'm not sure. Otherwise, some of those, yeah, those pretty decent. Yeah, there is room to improve in a housing department, I have to say. I wish we can see them better. Yeah, I mean, this one it's okay, but still you need some updates, let's call it like that, at least some updates. Let me see if you can see more clear one. Oh yeah, this one doesn't look so good. This one a bit better, but not great. Some flag there. Those one again doesn't look so well in the housing department, I have to say. That's Reno Clio right there. Some of them a bit more decent, some others no. They have electric power here, so they need to have a source somewhere on this island, which is kind of crazy to think about it. They have a power plant here somewhere. Handcraft artisans. Maybe those one are for sale. Clearly. Yeah, not so bad. That's probably some gas station, maybe. Have some solar panels. Clearly they have some, they need to fuel, they have cars on the island. I'm not exactly sure why you're gonna need a car. This doesn't look like you're gonna travel that much in any direction you go. Oh, look at this, they have even the airport here, or at least the airstrip right there. So they are pretty decent equipped, I have to say, but a car here? I can understand the scooter, but a car? I don't see the point of that, if you ask me. This from 2024, I didn't see that airstrip. That was a bit odd. Now I can see it. Oh, very well maintained. Somebody just doing donuts here in their free time. Look, a bike is more than welcome. I mean, like, just how much time you're gonna need to travel on those east part of the island on the bike? Probably like, I don't know, half an hour, maybe an hour, not even an hour, for God's sake, half an hour. Why are you gonna go to the buying a car and making all that nonsense? You have to have a fuel station, you have to send parts when it breaks down, oil, filters, all that nonsense. It doesn't seem to me like a well investment. Probably like an electric scooter is gonna be like, you have power on the island, just buy an electric scooter. That's much better place, much better purchase than a car. Not even an electric car doesn't make sense. Like I said, you need parts, a lot of things. There's just no way. And how much distance you have to cover? Probably gonna have like in 10 years 10,000 kilometers on that car. It's just you go nowhere with that car. It just doesn't make any sense. But hey, maybe someone just wanted. And I don't see, maybe for farming, but again, I don't think they farm that much on this island. I don't know exactly how they sustain themselves on these islands, but clearly they have to do something. They have, it looks like those palm trees looks like they are actually planted for something, so probably that is gonna be a source of income besides tourist industry. But still, okay, let's go some other islands, because like I said, we're gonna stop with one island. We're never gonna finish this video, and there are a lot to cover. From above here, this island doesn't look that many people is gonna live. Probably nobody's gonna live on this island. They have those interesting lake here. Yeah, oh, they have some population, you know. Yeah, they have some of them, but no 360 in this one. They have roads again for whatever reason. They decided to travel from there to there. That's it. Okay. Oh, they have more bridges, so they build those bridges until there. That's the end of the line. I don't think you can have like a 4x4 SUV, a very strong one, to actually, I don't know exactly how deep is the water to go on the other islands, but for me it feels like, look at this, you have roads from there and those bridges, which is kind of expensive, I have to say, to go on the other part of the island. Okay, I understand the bridge, I understand, but cars here for such a short trip, and clearly I can see those are cars here. This is a car, this is maybe again probably a car. Just take a boat, you go in the water on that part, and that's it. You don't need the car, probably already have a boat. Let's start with those much more inhabited islands, because like I said, it's gonna take like a while, way too much time to finish this video. This one we don't have a 360. Those one the same story, but probably nobody lives on this one. Let's check very quickly if somebody lives on this one. Those palm trees, I don't think looks like somebody planted, but from above it could be. Looks very, very well put together. No construction. No construction on this island. Looks kind of odd, that straight line there. I thought it's gonna be a man-made one. Yeah, a lot of nice islands. Like I said, probably they keep a lot of them for that's a nice place here for national parks, reservation, stuff like that. Whoa, that's a nice picture right there. Look at this. That's a nice airstrip. I mean, like, can you imagine a pilot to say, hey, we're gonna go in this island to take some tourists, and that's a nice place to be. That's a nice one. I mean, look at this, just like paradise. If they have what I said earlier in a video, like clean water, good internet connection and all that stuff, you probably not wanna live from those islands. It looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, I have to say it. Let's check those small towns areas. We have some 360s, I think, right here. Looks pretty good. On the sunset, they try to brag. They have some bragging rights, obviously. When you're living like this, I mean, again, since the population still wants to go out, so the migration is on the minus, but it's still a nice place, at least to visit, if not want to live there. One of those small, I think it's a Kia, small trucks. Looks pretty good. I wish they're gonna have more of those 360s, because there are very few of them, and I can have like a great idea. If somebody lives there, just make more of those 360s. From above it looks nice. Yeah, you show me all the good parts. I want to see exactly how those people live, how those houses is. I'm not saying they're doing badly, but I want to see it with my own eyes, you know. I want to see it exactly. Oh, we have something here. Let's check this one. Probably not from inside. Okay, from outside. Roads, very well. What? You cannot go with the bike here? For your safety, get off on road, whatever they said here. Get off of the bike, maybe. Just you cannot go down on the bike. It's not that steep. What? That's rubbish. No, thank you. I'm gonna stay on the bike. Maybe when I came up, I cannot go because it's way too inclined, but going down, that's the fun part. Who put that sign there? Who voted for that? If I was a kid there, I would doing all day, just going up with a bike and then rush it down. That's the best part of those hills. Just enjoying living. I don't know who made that sign, but I don't like that guy. Another nice area. Yeah, they seems to do pretty well. It's just, except that sign there, they seems to do pretty well. Whew. Nice palm trees. Look at those pictures on the beach. Not a worry in the world. This is August 2022. The war is started and those people are in the paradise. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Ooh, that's another island. You can see how many they have. Probably it's one of those main one. Ooh, look at this. That's a lot of things happen here. A lot of, probably one of those most tourist area. Tahiti. Ooh, the same guys. Looks pretty good. Maybe it's actually Tahiti here. I'm not sure exactly which island. I know it's included in this Polynesia, French Polynesia, but I don't know exactly which one is Tahiti, but probably it's this one. Yeah. Oh, we have even some street view. That's a nice car to enjoy this place. Oh, it's Bora Bora. Even better, I guess. Roads, pretty nice. I like it. Cars, very European. That's an European car. That's a Volkswagen. That's a Peugeot. That's a Peugeot. I have no idea which one is this one. Let me see. I have no idea. That's a Hilux. And this is a Hyundai. And that's another Hyundai, the scooter. Well, 40 kilometers an hour, and it's like at least should be like 70. Look at the road, how nice it is. Housing, well, not so well, I have to say. I'm gonna expect it probably in New Caledonia we see much better housing. Here, let me see this one. That's a Renault, but you can see well the houses. Here, maybe not so much, but at least it's clean. This one clearly there's some garbage day, that's why they put them there, so it's not like they throw it away. They have electric power, pretty good. I like those fences, those green ones. I don't like this one, but I guess it is what it is. Some houses do look okay, like this one, but some of them not so well, I have to say. That's a Mazda 100%. Yeah, I got it. Guys on the bike, pretty nice. They have even sewage here? What? If they have sewage and running water, definitely they have it. They have sewage and some system that treat water. They done very well. They done very well from themselves. And some banana trees, I think we saw back then. Yeah, I mean, this guy, look at this land, and probably doesn't have a house here. Or maybe it's that house, just maybe doesn't have a house, but just a yard. It looks pretty happy. It's a nice Mazda. I mean, some of the houses look pretty nice. I have no idea. I think I recognize the logo, but I don't exactly know what is this. Everything else, I mean, it's kind of a basic house. I'm not that impressed, but at least they're living in paradise. This lady is doing something there. I'm not sure exactly what. This looks like a restaurant to me. Restaurant, yeah. Yeah, on a housing side, they need to improve. They need to step up their games. Just doesn't look that well. This one probably are from renting, and that's why it looks like that. But if they're for residential area, it looks pretty good. That's a nice Peugeot right there. Nice. Look at this. A nice place to travel on the bike. But 40 kilometers an hour? Come on. That's way too low. Way too low. Some people, again, doing pretty well, judging by the cars. Not that guy, but this guy looks pretty decent. Beach Club, Bora Bora. Okay, so we are in Bora Bora. It's a lot of European cars, so I'm not gonna take on the island on this one. Yeah, a lot of things you can see here. Look at this, even those nice resorts there. Probably a lot of the economy is based on the tourists, and when the pandemic hit, it kind of hit them hard, all of them. But still pretty good. Those nice housing. It's always better to just spread them out on the larger area. You don't want to hear some couple enjoying their vacation too much. No jumping. Why? That's the whole point of this. Just jump. Those are a bit too close. Maybe just one. Those are 360 wasn't made that well. I'm not sure exactly how the locals coping with that many tourists, but probably it's not an issue for them. Probably everybody works in a tourist industry, so yeah, the more the better, I guess. Just keep it out of the residential area and all that stuff. I have to say, I'm not that impressed as I was with the New Caledonia. But still pretty good. Even here in Bora Bora as a native population, probably they doing decent. They doing, I mean, it's in paradise, so when you're living in paradise, we can forget a lot of things. Oh, that's a nice pound right there. We can forget a lot of things, but it's an interesting thought right there. So look at how many those they have it on those, they building on the water. Looks pretty interesting, but that's gonna be expensive to live there. 100%. It's gonna be expensive. There is no way it's gonna be cheap. Nice resorts. You have some sunscreen on you. Have some flip-flops. And enjoy life. Yeah, they seems to do pretty well here. Well, in the residential area, the housing, it's a bit disappointment for me, I would say. Not so well as I was expected. But maybe they're gonna, this is 2019, I don't think they improved that much in the last 6 years, but I mean, come on, it doesn't look that well, let's face it. The road is pretty good. Some of them looks pretty nice, like this one, it's okay. It's not exactly on my taste, but still. But yeah, I kind of see in New Caledonia, the the GDP per capita was almost double, so we saw that. Here, at 21,000, 22,000, how much it was? Clearly, they, I want to say struggle, but they could be much better for a place like this. At least that's my thought on those. But like I say, when you live in paradise, you can forget a lot of things. Forgive a lot of things. Yeah. That's a nice Fiat right there. A Fiat. Well, look, those houses looks better. I don't understand why they put those lines. We can actually bury them now. Don't have to. Oh, look at the Dacia in Bora Bora. Dacia right there in Bora Bora. That's a nice place to live with. See, it's a much better place to live for a car here. I mean, yeah, the water is salty and all that stuff. You have to clean it more regular, but well, look at how they built here. But it's much better place to live here as a car. Look at the roads compared with Eastern Europe. Let me tell you that. So it's fun how you can actually sell cars on the other side of the world. But yeah, looks pretty good. Pretty good. I'm not sure you want to check more than this. I mean, you kind of see it. Want to have some other islands. Oh, this is pretty nice here. I mean, yeah, that's why you go here in vacation like this, see? Yeah, I kind of see the population going down now. They don't seem to live that exactly the dream here. So yeah, maybe the government should step in a bit and just improve. I mean, wherever you look, it's just they build those resorts no matter what. That was the main thing. Gonna build a resort on every corner. Oh, look, have some insights. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna this is where the action is gonna be right there. Yeah, I don't see the point of the TV, but fuck it. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. That's a nice shower, bathroom, whatever. Ooh, that's all of this is bathroom. Wow, that's pretty good then. I have no idea. Oh, this is probably from the window here. This is expensive. Let me tell you, this is expensive right there. Ain't gonna be cheap. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that map. It's just a chaos, total chaos there. It's gonna be an expensive one to live right there. So, you have to make a lot of money. So this, see, they build a lot of those resources, and probably they're using the native population for the maintaining them and running them, which is not a bad thing. But clearly they can pay much better because the way they live, those people, I can see why they choose to try their luck outside, let's call it like that. Yeah, they could live much better. They could live much better, 100%. Okay, let's move forward. Let's check these islands. This one is even bigger. This one doesn't seem to have, probably is that too close to the Bora Bora, doesn't have to have that many resorts. This one, clearly they grow some food here. No idea what it is, but they try to protect them from the birds. I guess the birds love it too. Small communities. Wow, this one looks very well maintained from above at least. Fortunately, we don't have that many 360, so I can actually see. This one is from the ocean, from the sea. So yeah, it's not gonna see very clearly how those people actually live, but still pretty decent view, pretty decent one. Let me see if I can find more of those 360 right there in the middle of those people, those communities. Yeah, not that much luck, but pretty decent. Yeah, it's pretty a mountain country, I would say. What is the elevation here? What the fuck? No, this one. I want to see the elevation on this one, not on the camera. Can you give me like 500 meters? Pretty high, I would say. I'm not saying you're gonna go skiing on a mountain, but still pretty high. Let's check those one. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have that many 360s for whatever reason, but clearly this is clearly much more closest to the west, this place, so I will expect to see exactly like in Europe, every single street, every single corner, but clearly it's not the case, unfortunately for us. So we can have a great insight about how those people actually live, but probably this again some sort of a resort. If it's not a resort, they're living pretty well, but probably some sort of resort, I guess. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's close to the beach, probably something from rent. I'm not sure, but it seems like that at least. So yeah, a bit disappointed. I have to, clearly this one is gonna be, I'm gonna check it just for fun, but pretty much all of them looks the same. So wow, this is actually interesting. Yeah, it looks nice. Again, I'm gonna pay a lot of money to be here, so kind of expect everything to be as you wish. This one could be a resort, but it's very well hidden, or just some palm trees. Oh, it's pretty nice in here, but yeah, I see some construction, so definitely some sort of resort. Looks like that to me. If it was like, I don't know, some sort of a park or whatever, that would be even better, but I don't think so. It's a park for anyone can attend. But yeah, the water is nice. I mean, come on, no garbage whatsoever. Even here, clearly they maintain it. I have no idea what vegetation is this one, but it looks very nice. These palm trees or whatever they call it looks again very well done, very well executed, I have to say. Yeah, it is nice. Again, some room and a chair, and you'll be pretty much fine. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have on that island. On this one, we have some actually street views, hopefully a good quality. Decent one. This is from what time? 2019 March, exactly when the pandemic, no, not exactly, a year before the pandemic started, at least in Europe. Yeah, road's pretty good. I start to hate those cables. I mean, just again, probably, yeah, it's from the old era, like they put them, I don't know, 20 years ago, but now you can bury them, which is looks much more clean. You don't have to, even if you have like, I don't know, strong wind or hurricane, you don't have to, and one of those cable snaps, you don't have to go there to fix them. So yeah, it's pretty good, I would say. Something happened here. Look how many 360s they have. Oh, it's just a viewpoint. I want to see that. Can you give me a better one? No, it looks pretty good, but whoever to make these 360s, have no idea what he's doing. But yeah, we kind of see the idea. It's pretty nice. I mean, where is it? Okay, we have those view on the mountains. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. We go to the town with those roads, so yeah. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good, pretty good. Can you blame them? No. Oh, even they have like, look at this, they have some, oh, I thought it's from the, oh, look, they have from water if somebody just go on a fire. The house here looks better. Now, this garbage here, I have to believe it's a garbage day, and that's why they take him out there, so, and this one the same. I don't think they're gonna stay there for long. I hope so. Otherwise, it's gonna ruin the view that I just built on these islands. Yeah, so everybody has those, so probably it's a garbage day, 100%. So we just happen to go in the same day with the garbage day. Yeah, road's pretty good, but probably not that many cars here. Definitely this could be the main island. Probably if I remember it, I'm gonna check at the end of the video, see exactly if it's actually it is the main island. I don't know what we want. Let's check it right now. Is this one in Tahiti? I think we are on this one, right? Let me check. Let's see. Is this one right? Is it? Oh no, it's not. It's a big one right here. Oh shit, we have a lot of things to see. Oh my god. Okay, let's go. Let's go fast. I have no idea how long it's gonna be this video. Let's check this one and then we're moving there. Yeah, pretty nice, pretty good. I don't like the fences. The house here, yeah, let's say pretty decent. Again, it's not, it's a level or two below what I was expected, I have to say. The road at least is pretty good. The medical system, as we saw, is pretty decent. Everything else kind of needs improvement here. So that's a nice banana trees. We have those. So yeah, not amazing, but still a lot of place, a lot of this one. Oh, there's much more population here. Let's check this one real quick. A lot of opportunities, let's say, to improve. Wow, that's pretty nice actually. Yeah, this house much better. It's a nice place to live, 100%. Yeah, they need some improvement. Probably with time they're gonna make that, but we will see. Now this one, this probably is the Tahiti one, I guess. Here I don't think, oh, they have some population here, but not that many. 360, so I can see. This one here is gonna be the main population. Ooh, and you can see it. Let's see how those people actually live. They look like kind of the jam it together right there. So probably some apartment buildings I'm gonna hate. Yeah, this one it's not so tall, it's not that tall, I have to say. And again, this 360 doesn't want to work for whatever reason, so I have to move forward a bit. Already a bad start. Why they don't want to show? Yeah, I can go for whatever reason. They stop working, so I'm gonna check like this until we're gonna see something that actually works. Ooh, here doesn't look so well, I have to say. I don't like the housing. I don't know. This guy is gonna go on this alley. Oh, now he's gonna fix it. Oh, what is that? Shit, it don't look well. I don't like it. They have some French car and a Mini here, so clearly I guess not that poor. But I don't like it. Oh god, no. Probably again the main population is gonna live in this one, which is, how they call it? Probably this one. It is papete, something like papete, whatever they call it. Oh, doesn't look good. I don't like it. And again, you kind of block again. Okay, now kind of deblock it. A Renault Clio, obviously. A Volkswagen. I'm looking for my car, but I don't think they have it here. My car, my ex car. Ooh, it's a Nissan 350Z, I think, or a 370Z. 350 or 370, I don't see exactly. That's a nice Dodge Ram right there, boy. That's a Dacia Duster. Okay, road's pretty good, but the way the people live here is no way. No way, I don't like it. Hey, that's my car right there, but I have a station wagon in the blue color, so still pretty nice to see it. Yeah, I mean, nice. Oh, what the fuck happened there? Okay, this is definitely some garbage here. Yeah, I'm not gonna give them a free pass on that. This car looks abandoned to me. Things are not going well on the main island, in the main city, in the capital. I think that's the capital. They do not look great. I have to say, it doesn't look well at all. Here on the hills, let's check those ones. No idea what is that. Looks a bit weird. Again, for whatever reason, they don't work. Those moving forward in those street views. Clearly somebody did a bad job there. Very narrow streets. Very, yeah, it doesn't want to work. Again, very bad job. I don't like those fences. I just, no. They kind of fucked up with this city big time. I mean, we kind of see the paradise, but now we see this. No, I don't like it. So clearly they have some extremely bad area by those high standards that we already impose. I have to say, we have some high standards now. Clearly on this road, you're gonna see probably, oh my god, they already stopped working. Yeah, fuck that. Come on! Is that bad? This one I want to show me anymore. No, it is bad. It already broke the the Google Street Views. Yeah, it's bad. It's definitely bad. Clearly here we're gonna see, when I see those pools, clearly there are more rich people living here. I mean, just look at them. A bit jammed together even they, but still. It does not look well, I have to say. It does not look well. It's an emergency call. Fix it quickly. Another day chat, which is nice. Hey, that's even an older model, I think, no? Yeah, it's the main one that they sell here, the Logan. Yeah, I kind of start to be this. See what's happened when you jam people together in the same places? Shit like this happen. It just look horrible. That's why I believe from the future. Look at the airstrip is pretty big actually. It's the same length of the city on this part. So that's why I believe in the future probably gonna start living in small communities, because clearly those big one does not work. I mean, it's just chaos everywhere. Horrible standards of living. This garbage here, yeah, probably it's a garbage day, but I'm not gonna give them a free pass on that. It looks horrible. No, it's abandoned cars. So what the fuck? No, these fences, no way. I'm not fucking with this. There's probably some rich persons here, so yeah, they're doing pretty well. They have some nice highways. Ooh, let's check these ones. Those are actually highways. It looks pretty good. Pretty good. I give you that, but nope. You have like how many? 300, not even 300,000 people, and you cannot make them live better than this? Come on. That's just lazy. This one is gonna be from the rich person, I see. I just saw all those poles from above. What the fuck? Who built this? Look how much concrete they use here. That's insane. But it looks better, I have to say. I would rather live here than in that shithole that we saw earlier. So yeah, it looks a bit like Los Angeles Hills, I would say. Nice Peugeot right there. It is better, but still. Oh, that's a Duster. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Every single house has a pool here, so very, very bourgeoisie. It does look nice. How the fuck we end up in the same place? Clearly those are on the hills are from the rich persons here, not from the poor bastards, you know. I kind of forgive a fence like this. Doesn't look exactly that bad, but probably they have some problems with the crime rate, I would say. But it's kind of a, you know, when you have that many people in such a small area, it's kind of happened. I do not want to know how much a house here cost. In the last videos that I make, nobody comment, so probably nobody see it from this region, but in every single video I always say the same thing. If you're living here, just tell us exactly how people living in those regions. We are interesting, at least I am interested in those kind of information. So at some right now it should be like very clear. If you live in those areas, when I make those videos, you should comment and tell us exactly how it is. Now those houses look pretty good. So they have some of them, you can see even here, they have some of the neighborhoods that obviously they doing, some people that are doing very well here, even though not exactly click with me with those type of construction. Look at this, how much concrete they use here in those, how much rocks. But yeah, clearly this is the good area. Let's check this road. Oh shit, it's not a road. I mean, it's a road, but not that well maintained or built. But most of the people, I mean, look at this, in those favelas, we can actually call it. Here they have a pool, so probably it's not a bad area. Oh no, it's a bad area. Just that guy happens to have a pool. That's nice. Banana trees. I mean, those small alleys, people jamming together, those high fence, just no, it doesn't click with me. It doesn't click like paradise. Nice duster right here. Somebody just, maybe it was a hurricane. Somebody just cut the tree and just, oh, what is that? It's an interesting one. So yeah, then even the Google Street View camera didn't go further than that. Let me see this one. It's like a river there or something. Whew, yeah, kind of a bit disappointed now at the end. Clearly it's gonna be a good neighborhood here. Let me check very quick. Yeah, I mean, just now I can see them. Doesn't click with me. It's just maybe not. Yeah, I can expect to see some bad areas, but still, it's such a small place, it's such a small population. You can still not manage to do it well. It's like, it's kind of a disappointment, I have to say. It is what it is. At least it's clean on the beach, I guess. Yeah, here, yeah, some rich people, 100% are living. At least we have some street views, which is good. Look at these small alleys. Just, no way. It just doesn't. No, thank you. I'm not fucking with that. No way. Look at how big the island here is, and just now we're gonna jam it together. Everyone is gonna live in the same fucking place. Just build. When you have that many islands, just go somewhere else. Ooh, I don't like this garbage here. See what's happened when you put so many people in the same place? You're gonna end up with fucked up shit like this. Now this housing here doesn't look so bad from above. I'm seeing everybody has, not everybody, but a lot of people have some pools, have some decent space between them. Not that many trees, which is kind of a shame. I wish every one of those should be hidden. Like, I don't know, more like those guys here, see? Much more hidden from the with trees. It's gonna look much better, trust me. That's a highway right there that we don't have a probably. Yeah, it was actually put them wrong. Highway, it's a road, not exactly a highway. Okay, we kind of stick with that area right there, and we have a lot others to see. Let's check those ones. Look a bit better dispersed, I would say. That's a nice duster. Peugeot, Tahiti. Okay, we are in Tahiti now. Well, for a Tahiti, I would say, we're gonna have to work a lot to improve it, because I was expecting much more than that. So probably this one is for sale or whatever. Maybe at some point when I finish all those countries, all those videos, maybe we should go in the real estate market to check those prices in those regions. I am curious, I have to say. What currency they using here? Euros? Can we see some gas prices? That would be interesting also. Yeah, kind of disappointed a bit, I have to say. I mean, come on, it's like we have to expect those things happening, but still, I kind of the paradise. Not that many people. They cannot just make it better for everyone. Just always kind of have to fucked up something. It's kind of sad, I would say. This region here again, those fences, it's kind of bother. It starts to bother me. Those fences. You have a lot of land between those houses. You don't need a fence. Look at this guy. See, he doesn't need the fence. Just what's the point of that? This guy the same. Looks much better. Look how nice it is. 10 times better. 10 times better than just one of those ugly fences. Oh, even this one looks better. It looks nice. But no, somebody just now we're gonna build this ugly fence right there. It's gonna cost a lot of money also. So yeah, great deal. And this one the same. I mean, look at this. It's gonna cost a lot of money to build one of those, and it does. And always they're gonna keep the door open anytime. What's the point of that fences? Come on, how stupid those people are. Even if you have, let's say, like some wildlife, some monkeys, they can climb that fence easily. So I don't see the point of that either. So yeah, maybe it's just me. Oh, have a 360 here. Oh, and look at this. That guy on a corner right. Even this guy, probably again for renting. So yeah, it doesn't count, but nice place to live. Even this guy, look at this. Living here on the corner, pretty nice. Pretty nice, I have to say. We check a lot, and in the end, we kind of got disappointed a bit, I would say. That's a BMW, by the way. Yeah, a bit disappointed, I have to say now. I don't want to finish in this note, but it's not the best way I expected to see those people live. I expected much more, especially like I say. Again, but we have to remember that almost twice as poor as those people in New Caledonia. So that I can see it. They translate. So even here, I can see that money translation. I can really see it. Those people are actually poorer than those in the New Caledonia. I see it. I think I could pronounce it right. I don't remember exactly. New Caledonia, I think they call it. Yeah. We see it. We see it, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Fortunately, it is what it is. Whoa, that's nice. So clearly they have two islands, one main one and the secondary one. Here, probably some residential area, and it looks pretty decent from above, even though they are pretty much on the mountain. That's a bit strange, and they're like, how many, like 500 meters elevation, something like that. They have some reservoir here, the water reservoir. You can go up to it and see it, so clearly the city is gonna take their clean water from there. I have even here one, so yeah, a bit disappointment at the end, I have to say. I expected a bit more cultural differences, especially those fences in housing, and the housing I expected much better, especially had that many people live here in the first place, so you can actually improve the lives very quickly. That's a dog right there, but at least they have good roads, they have some decent medical system. That was a bus station, probably. Yeah, this garbage here, no, I'm not fucking with that. No, that's a garbage right there on the side of the road. No, that's not waiting for we might waiting for the garbage truck, but definitely it looks like he stayed there for a while. So it's not garbage day exactly. Yeah, you can see that. I want to say poverty because clearly it's not poverty, but you can see that not everybody is doing well, and clearly some of the people are struggling, I would say. But at least they have the paradise, right? Some small construction here. Not sure exactly how well they're doing there, but yeah, this is the Tahiti Islands, by the way. Yeah, I just downloaded Last of Us, the game. I want to play it. Yeah, I think that's kind of it, right? Just we finish with Tahiti, which is probably they have some nice. I mean, look at this. That's nice. I'm not judging always the landscape. I'm more interested around how those people actually live. That's the main purpose of these videos. But here there is clearly some differences, especially like those people in the town there. Oh, what is this? It's a cemetery here? Probably it's a cemetery. No, what is this? Oh no, it's a cemetery. Why they have it covered from above? Why they want to keep them shade? so they don't get sunburn. What's the point? And this guy has the house right there in the cemetery. That's probably they got him from cheap. That's why they bought him there. They got a house for cheap. Yeah, clearly there are some not so well areas, as we can see. So narrow streets, so things that I absolutely hate, like this one. Ugly fences, some barbed wire there for whatever reason. Yeah, clearly not everybody doing well. On the smaller islands, they doing. I want to say better, but let's call it different a bit. They're doing pretty decent, even those on the small islands, I have to say. But here on the main one, if you live that tight with other people, if you're not doing well, if you're not rich, you're not gonna like it. Let's call it like that. So yeah, I think that's the video. In summary, yeah, another waterfall looks pretty nice. I give them that. At least don't have that many people here, so you can actually enjoy it by yourself. That's nice too. Pretty good. French territory, that 21,000, how much more is $21,000 per capita? I can see it. Not as well as we saw here in New Caledonia. I think I pronounced this right. Yeah, New Caledonia here, much better place. And even so, French territory, much better place to live so far, as I can see. Here, yeah, vacation pretty nice, pretty much far away. Look at this, how even further away, it's much closer to on the other side probably, on the planet. Interesting place to visit, I have to say. Population is gonna go down. I can see why. They're not doing everyone that well, so probably is the best for them. I will calculate for an island like that, and to those people they're living a long life, but living actually better. Probably should go back to like what they have in 1955, around let's say 50,000 people, and they're actually gonna start doing pretty well. But also they need some other incomes, let's call it like that, because clearly the tourist area doesn't provide enough for everybody. That's a bird right there? No, it's just garbage here, as we can see. Yeah. Yeah, they need to step up the games, let's say like that. Otherwise, pretty good places, especially for the vacation. Yeah, it's Tahiti, for God's sake. Tahiti, it's Bora Bora. It's like, come on. We see a lot of nice things, and even this is a nice image to end it. So yeah, especially that palm trees on the small islands, that was pretty nice. So yeah, if you are from those islands or you visited at some point, just leave a comment and say exactly what's your opinion, how the people those live, and if you are living there, how actually those people lives. Otherwise, check the other videos, and gonna see you next time.